longer duration. They were solid all the way through Pushka League and since then. Through the COVID tournament and now through Dota Pit as well. Like, they've just been crushing everyone. So they're definitely the team to favor. But of course, if there was one team that was going to challenge them in all of this, it's gotta be OG, right? They're the other big dog in this tournament. We only got 3 teams left.
I mean, how tough for Secret? Finally, they're gonna have to draft some meta heroes. I don't know if we'll see that support Tinker this game.
You think this will stop them?
I don't know.
I don't know if it will.
Will it stop them from support Tinker? I'm going to go with a yes on that. Support Sniper?
Yeah, maybe.
I suppose we'll see. What is YapzOr going to play?
Well, not Coddle.
Yeah, into the ban as we go. Coddle removed first by OG.
Now, we are Group B boys here, guys. So we have not witnessed a whole lot of OG, as that has been covered by our friends Gary V and Lacoste in the mornings. But looking through, they've been doing a lot of the similar drafts that we've kind of seen out of Secret with the Ench and the Shaker. Not surprising when you have No Tail, you know, big Ench player there. They've been doing some Jug Magnus, some classic OG, a lot of Faceless Void. I keep tuning into those games. Looks like it was only 2 actually, so I must, 3 of them. Okay, so they played it quite a bit. Mostly, again, going well for them for Sumail. So curious to see what they want to bring out in this one.
I'm very curious as well, bud.
Everyone's first phase banning Terrorblade, or a couple teams did at least. Viking GG first phase banned the Terrorblade. That's intense. Like, damn. I know Sumail's a good Terrorblade player, but that's okay. No one else did. That was just a Viking GG thing, apparently.
Yeah, we have. I think Terrorblade's been on that list of pretty ignored heroes, at least in Group B.
But yeah, Secret we have seen. So Secret heroes, the Chen, we're always going to look out for it. They are still first picking Ember, even though some teams have moved a little bit further away from that, especially if they don't get the Coddle as well. Secret are more than happy to take it first overall. And what else? They've been abusing very weird YapzOr heroes like Tinker. They've used the Sniper a couple times now too.
That probably covers most of the really weird stuff that he's played.
Yeah. Other than that, lots of Rubik, lots of Coddle.
Yeah, Rubik has really risen in the rank.
Turn to ban.
Rubik, Coddle, Shaker, I suppose. I wouldn't mind a Shaker. I feel like if you're second pick, you want Shaker. So it's probably on OG if they want to ban it. Because unless you're going to first overall the Shaker, they're very likely going to take it in the 2-3. So I guess you could just first overall Rubik, and then it's up to them if they want to offer that to you.
Team Secrets turn to ban.
But OG apparently have been first overalling Shaker, so maybe they just will straight up do that.
Bold maneuver into the Rubik, but they ban out the Secret Witch Doctor. We've seen him raising in the ranks too.
Another YapzOr potential hero as well.
Picked him at least once, if not twice.
I'm pretty sure we saw it on Puppy and YapzOr, I feel like.
Yeah. The Grimstroke also removed. One of our favorite supports now. Great counter against the Lycan, but also these Queen of Pains, these Storm Spirits, the super high mobility heroes.
10 seconds remaining.
Storm certainly could be in contention this game.
5 seconds remaining.
And we finally got a Void Spirit as well. I feel like he, for the most part, has been kind of ignored in a lot of our drafts in Group B. And then now he's starting to pop off a little bit more from this morning. I think we saw him already. And then yesterday, Team Secret had to play against him with Alliance too. Speaking of those mobile heroes that get a little bit annoying. And OG prepping for this first overall pick. Trying to decide what they want first and what they want fourth. We're going to use a lot of the reserve time to secure it here. The Ench being gone, they don't get their classic with the Ench and the Shaker, but the Chen is still in. And the Witch Doctor's gone, the Coddle's gone. Nice. The Ench is gone. Chen has a lot of value right now.
Does OG potentially open with Chen? That's an option.
I think with the heroes that are currently banned, it looks like a pretty good option, especially if the Shaker's banned out. That would be, and now the Ember too. So I think if Secret banned Chen, they pick Shaker. If they ban Shaker, they pick Chen.
Gotcha.
But then Secret are just going to ban some other random hero, perhaps.
Man. This is by far the longest banning phase we've had from the Group B matches.
Yeah. The Pango sticks out like a sore thumb right now too, right? Because the Grimstroke is banned out.
I mean, there's still like Oracle DP, those kind of heroes still in. Centaur and Mars, a lot of off-lane options. Basically every off-laner.
And this Beastmaster who is just like risen to super high power, and then he just gets ignored again. But it looks like OG been playing a ton of it, so they will ban the Void Spirit, and we're just leaving everything open.
Team
I mean, that is a
Secret's
strat,
turn
right?
to pick.
OG pick one, and then you get 2 good ones yourself. They do end up taking the Chen.
Yeah. I think Chen was the strongest based on like all the bans. Like just all these heroes that like playing versus Chen are just gone.
Bat Rider has also made it through. Another one we've talked about a lot.
Yeah,
What's
OG
their
has been getting that
response
pretty
for
late in the
Secret?
draft. They've been getting these really late Beastmasters and Bat Riders. Like they look for this super strong
5
offlane to end their
seconds
draft a lot of the time. I guess Seb is drafting, you know.
Team Secret's turn to pick.
Guys, I got this.
Focus on
Don't
the
worry.
offlane. Okay, Queen of Pain, a little bit of a flex pick alongside the Dragon Knight. How could we forget a DK?
Yeah, but who
Another
does
one.
that? That's interesting to double pick those two because they have their little interaction of if they pick Queen, we're gonna pick the Dragon Knight. But they actually did this versus NIP. They chose the Dragon Knight and the Queen together as well.
I mean, this one's also
10
cool because
seconds
it's pretty
remaining.
flexible. These heroes could go in a variety of different lanes.
5 seconds remaining.
Give Secret a lot of options, and also Secret have last pick in this draft, so now they can be completely reactionary. Either of these could go mid, either could go off lane.
I think if we had to guess, it's gonna be Matu on the DK. No matter what lane it is, it's probably gonna be Matu. It seems to be that's who they've been handing it to like over and over. Although they do give it to Zai occasionally if that's what works out. My initial read is that this will be a Zai Queen of Pain, but of course it could be Yapsor too. That would not be strange in the slightest for these guys.
Yaps or Quap, sure.
And then of the other core roles as well. But Zai's been playing it really well with the Necro build and the Greaves. I like that style.
We've talked about you don't really want to open with 2 supports, but like Chen Tusk,
I think
still
DP
a possibility.
Is really good here, right? Percent based damage versus the Dragon Knight, a silence versus the Queen
Some
of
heal
Pain.
synergy.
Yeah, it has like early push
Team's
style
turn
too.
to ban.
But
Pango instead. I can't complain with that. No Grimstroke. Should be a good game for the Pango, regardless of what role he's in. Be it 4, be it 3.
Team Secret's turn to ban.
the Timber ban.
What does Secret ban here? You ban Tusk potentially? I don't know. Are other teams scared of the Chen Tusk combo? That's one of the better ones that we've seen in the games we've played.
Yeah, it seems to have fallen off a little bit in terms of its
Like,
popularity.
who do you think is the ideal
5
+1
seconds
support
remaining.
partner with the Chen? These
I think it probably is still the Tusk. I mean, it's good for its own reasons, but maybe knowing a couple of these picks, like the Rubik's still in. I think Rubik still looks pretty strong versus Queen and Dragonite can lane fairly well with the Pango as well. So those are some nice heroes to steal from, and then again, still cancels out a lot of picks.
Are
Plus,
there issues with going Chen Earthshaker if you're OG?
no, Earthshaker's still a big option.
Still
That,
top
I'm
tier.
kind of wondering if they're just going to ban that here too, because Secret might
That's-
pick the Rubik for themselves, right? Because there's
Team
Chen and
Secret's
Pango.
turn to
They
pick.
ban the Enigma instead. We think that Secret are not going to pick Rubik now.
Well, yeah, I mean, even Rubik versus Enigma isn't. It's not as good as it used to be in some ways. Obviously, we just saw it earlier, and it still looked pretty good. But
That's changed. You're right.
it's just like he's just so Necrobook focused right now.
10
Like that's his
seconds
game plan, you know.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it is funny how our drafts have just been like flying through. It feels like maybe now Secret are just like taking this super seriously.
They're like, okay, let's really analyze here. This is a big win for us. We've picked on the little guys. Now we got to pick on the big guys. I mean, we've seen Crystal Maiden pop up against these Chens and Chantresses. It hasn't really worked that well, but I know it's a hero that Puppy tends to favor. They go Venge instead. All right.
This is
Another stun.
the same as the draft versus NIP. They had DK, Queen of Pain, Venge, and then that was when they had the Yapsor Witch Doctor. So they'll have to find another hero, but they could be looking at a bit of a fast-paced game. They ended that game in 27 minutes with a Morphling. So that's how quick they are playing with these four heroes. So expect something quick for
10
Yapsor.
seconds remaining.
I think the Rubik still looks pretty good. Like versus
5
the Pango.
seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
Because I always hate it when we get stuck on a hero and you sound like broken records
know.
for both sides. But seriously, the Rubik has been first pick material in a lot of these matches. And he feels good too. Like a lot of the games, like Taiga had that 1-1 in 14 game where he was basically a core Rubik by the end. So
Aloha
good in the
Dance
lane.
saved that game with the shackle
Yeah.
steals too.
Yeah, dude. Buffing up the stun durations.
Man,
OG
down to
running
12
low on
seconds.
reserve time.
Team
They don't have last
Secrets
pick,
turn to
so I'm a little okay with burning this time. There's the shaker.
All that time to just pick shaker again. Like, are they just laughing right now or something? Like trying to
Probably.
get in their heads? All right, what if we just pick the same hero we picked in like 9 of our past 10 games?
What, as if somehow that will tilt Puppy? I mean, they've used their reserve time for a predictable pick. What could they possibly
10
be
seconds
doing?
Remaining.
Surely, there's no way Puppy will be able to handle that
5
deep
seconds
strategy.
Remaining.
Curious what they could be feeling for Nisha, though. I mean, you mentioned the Morphling with this draft. It is still available. It could get banned, though, by OG. This is where Secret have to decide.
Can we please pick Rubik now? There's even an Earthshaker. I can't get it out of my head.
Yeah, I can't unsee it either. Another disable, too. Venge, Rubik, DK. You've got so much initiation power. Queen to follow up.
All right, what else are... all right, support sniper would actually be kind of annoying, although there's still 2 more picks, and the Pango's already pretty good versus it, so I don't really like that. Support Weaver's theoretically okay versus like Chen and Earthshaker in the back line, but I just like Rubik. Thank
There it is.
goodness.
Woo! Okay, thank you,
Please.
Secret. Very good. I like this pick a lot. And it's also just Yapsor is amazing on this hero. He's
Yeah,
good
of
on
course.
a lot
It would
of
be
heroes,
a sin
but-
not to pick this guy here.
Yeah, I mean that is a real player hero combo. All right, OG, what'll it be?
Turn to ban.
Need a couple of cores here. They grab the Alchemist.
Oh, that's nasty.
Right.
It's funny. I was
This is
looking
a
at this,
hero they know well.
the AA instead of the Avenger earlier because I was thinking about like versus the Chen heals and everything, and you know they have a stun with the DK. Could have been kind of cool. Puppy's played it, but yeah, once the both supports are revealed, you know Zai does play Venge. They could
10
pivot back for a
seconds
Puppy AA last if they don't ban it. I would not be surprised. I think OG will probably
5
ban it.
seconds Remaining.
That is an interesting thought, though. If you have this DK who's sort of a frontliner
OG's
anyway,
turn to ban.
that almost plays like a 3, you just go auras on Venge. She does okay with XP. I think you're all right leveling up that swap so you can actually use it from a reasonable range.
I mean, is there anything else that's even worth banning harder than the AA, like in terms of the counters?
Just play style, I think. You know, with the DK trying to run it down relatively quickly, you
10
could pick a
seconds
pushing
remaining.
hero.
I mean, Lycan's banned. DP's still in, I guess.
DP Pugna would
5
probably be my
seconds
top 2.
remaining.
I think Pugna versus Alchemist is kind of an interesting matchup. You can definitely slow him down
OG's
quite a bit
turn
and
to
break the
pick.
game open. They banned the Morphling. I think that's certainly smart.
Nisha's best hero.
Yeah. Everything gets left in for that last pick. We have that same reaction. You can't give it to Nisha 10th pick. So thank you, OG, for not making us say that. But now what do they want to go with this Alchemist? I think they have to pick a ranged hero.
10 seconds.
Yeah, some mid one
Turn
hero
to
that
pick.
can play a little bit up front.
Apparently
Oh,
not. Darkseer.
mid one Pango, mid one Shaker.
You know, you're asking the hard questions
This
here.
is exciting.
There is.
Darkseer. All right. Well, does this negate the AA possibilities? And that would be that's a nice pipe builder. So
10
even if they went for it,
seconds
he'd have a lot of magic damage protection.
I don't know that the AA
5
is worth it.
seconds
I would kind of
remaining.
like to see them try to do it with play style. But it's not a bad thought. It
It's
could
just
work
so
with
damn hard to deal with Alk if you don't have it.
Yeah, they have
It's
a
like it-
Chen too. It is
It
pretty
feels like no
tempting.
matter what you do, you shut down his jungle, it doesn't even matter. It's like, oh, he got the Radiance at 12 and a half minutes instead of 11. That's actually what it feels like.
I'm having trouble making sense of this Darkseer. We have not seen him prioritized at all. He feels a little bit slow. If he's matched up against DK, for example, if this is a safe lane DK, he's one that can basically just farm through it. He doesn't really care about the Ion Shell that much. And they take Bloodseeker.
That's a good core
So,
hero.
A completely different approach, but very good against
Let's
Darkseer. Right?
go. Big
Mid one
fan.
shaker. Okay.
Mid one. All right, so
But, yeah. Matu Bloodseeker, by the way, not Dragon Knight.
yeah, that's true. I guess once that comes out, although I think I've seen Nisha play the Bloodseeker, but in terms of who's gonna be farming more this game, but wait,
It's
Nisha
Zai,
the Queen?
Dragon Knight, and Nisha takes Queen of Pain. No surprise to see Sumail on the Alchemist. So, thoughts about the Bloodseeker last pick? I like it against Darkseer, and I like the tempo it plays against Alchemist. But do you think it's enough?
My gut read is that the game still looks kind of hard. But there is a core shaker who doesn't have a great lane. Like, typically the core shaker happens when he knows his mid matchup is going to go well for him, but this is probably going to be the Queen of Pain, which one would expect is not going to be great for mid one. A lot of bullying, probably going to need a lot of regen, and getting to those first couple items seems like it's going to be a real task for him. It's also not the best hero with Ion Shell. Like, we used to see Darkseer Alchemist with this crazy battle build where you basically just got this early Blink Dagger, sometimes after Radiance, but sometimes after like Armlet, and then you would just run around the map with Surge, Ion Shell, and crush everyone. I don't know. I favor the Team Secret draft by quite a bit, but it all depends on how mid one can perform on this shaker.
Yeah, this is wild. A core shaker.
You know, one of the best things about this shaker is the instant cast of Echo Slam, but it's not really instant on 170 ping.
That is a point probably worth bringing up here. Talk to me about Darkseer a little bit. I guess we'll have a moment before this draft actually loads in.
Well, what does he steal? He steals the Venge Aura. It's kind of cool. He gets a copy.
Sure. The wall, yep.
He's one of the best aura builders. Seb really likes him. Seb just picks old offlaners and doesn't really care. I feel like Seb plays for his items more than his hero a lot of the times. And the items from Darkseer are extremely good, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, he knows how to get the farm. He knows how to push the waves. So, and he loves that voice line.
Oh, I see why. It is creepy and amazing all in one. It's the full package.
It's like, oh, it's got an Alc pick for Sumail.
It sounds like a Grant voice line to me.
It probably is.
I feel like they just went on the Grant stream and stole that after somebody split pushed or something. Oh.
No, that would be after like 3 range creep denies in the mid lane.
Yeah. There you go. So it's the Saksa Pango. Be playing that on the 4.
Kind of a good hero with Ion Shell.
Yeah, a very good hero. I think Alchemist in a vacuum, I'm a little dicey on him right now. Maybe not the best Alchemist patch, but in the hands of Sumail, I have a higher degree of confidence. He knows this hero quite well.
Yeah, I would agree. He's definitely had some of the more impressive Alc performances.
Yeah,
the history of the Doters.
So, I'm not going to be too cynical on it here. I'm not going to prejudge it.
I'm just going to be watching mid, I think. One of those games, you know?
Oh, yeah.
4 heroes. I mean, it's an Alchemist. They want to secure as many bounty ranges as they can, so
mid
they're just going to guarantee 2.
I think that's what everybody wants to watch mid this game. We've seen No Tail play Chen. He's great. It's amazing. We know it.
No Tail went for the greedy play here. Just wanted to see, oh, maybe they have no one here guiding the runes.
Not quite. It ends up being a 2 for 2 on the runes. And No Tail going to take quite a few love taps here from old Yappy.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. This is worth. I was wondering. It's like, do you want telekinesis?
A lot of damage on the No Tail. Let's have the headdress.
I mean, he has headdress Divine Favor. Does it even matter? Like, he's actually going to regen this back so fast.
Certainly make a good point, my friend. Boots first on Rubik, though, so YapzOr can keep chasing him down. He's got a 35 movement speed advantage.
Oh, not your courier.
All right. Oh, no.
Whoops.
He's got it. Okay, well, now definitely worth it for YapzOr. He'll take that.
And now he's back on. Yo, he's got another telekinesis. No tell he's dead.
Didn't see that coming.
He's like, can I get any help over here? But no one's rotating.
No first blood.
All right. Well, back mid.
Has been killed.
So
Quap on core.
Seb, you're a little distracting, my good man. One would think that level 3 is going to be a bit of a problem for mid 1.
As mid starts to ramp up, worth noting what Seb's doing down here. I think we just had a look at it, but cutting the creep wave, trying to get 2 stacked up. Puppy doing what he can to intercept this, but tough for the Venge alone. This right here certainly adds a little merit to the Darkseer. You get off a pull like this pretty much unpunished. I think you're pretty happy. All right, back to the mid.
Yes.
Well done, Seb.
You've distracted us from the important stuff, Seb. Come on.
So this shouldn't be an amazing lane for the Shaker, though. I mean,
no, it should be terrible.
With her dagger, and as soon as you get that level 2 Shadow Strike, which he has already,
I think it's just a question of how much regen can I get away with not buying as Shaker. To me, that's the matchup.
Sure.
That's what I worry, is that I feel like the first 2 items are so important for Core Shaker, and they're going to be so delayed from this.
What is the Core Shaker build? Is it still Ags? Is that your big enabler?
I'm not sure. It's been so long and with the nerfs to it that it still has to come out, but I don't know what order he does it with, like his treads and his blink. Probably treads, blink, Ags would be my assumption, as the Yapsor tanks the tower hit. Man, they're giving no room to mid one. Yeah, he's just gonna TP. This is problems. No-Tail doesn't even have like a good creep. Oh, that's, don't worry, there's a Chen though. So this does recover the lane. This is pretty smart, right? Go home, regen, and just get recalled in. Wait, what?
That is one way to fix it.
What happened? Did he? Am I crazy?
So yeah, he has.
I guess he screwed it up. Yeah, it was the dagger, right?
Oh, so it broke the damage on it?
Yeah, I think he did it before the dagger ended.
Oh, no. It's a 140-second cooldown, too. It's a great idea, but it's long.
Well, after all that cutting, though.
Zeb does get a counter kill onto Puppy thanks to the Ion Shell. Okay, so ends up being a first blood for Seb as he does get denied by the neutral creep. That's pretty nice. Great stuff for the Darkseer. Meanwhile, mid, though, 17-8 on Nisha versus the 8-2 mid one.
With a wave coming in.
With a wave coming in. So probably like 28 off this. Nisha, can you get 3 out of 4? There's 1. 2. Oh! He got 3 out of 4. Weird lane setup. And we're talking about this Darkseer. We often gravitate towards heroes like Juggernaut or Lifestealer that can really handle the Ion Shell well.
Yeah.
I think Bloodseeker sort of fits that category. He's at least got an option with the Blood Rage.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
He is one of those heroes we've seen before in the past, and just because he also counters him in the game as well, that having that ability to sustain during the lane makes it a pretty cool pick versus the Bloodseeker. But yeah, Sumail.
Sumail was one hit, and he lives. The Alk's gonna TP home.
The old Chen aura coming into play, I'm sure.
Yep. I'm so curious to see what this game plan is for OG. It's like, surely they know this is not a winning matchup mid. So like mid one, just hold steady, bud. Just get experience, save your tower. I guess they're counting on Sumail to kind of hit critical mass.
Mid one is very good at that, but he usually has heroes that are a lot better suited for it, you know? Like, at least there's like a monkey or something. Even if they give the monkey somehow this terrible matchup, for example, he'd still be able to make the rotations. You know, you give him Ember in a bad matchup, mid one still makes it work by rotating around and getting killed.
Saksa?
But Shaker, that's not easy.
Battle over the rooms, and that will yield a kill for Secret. Matsu gets his first up.
Mid lane, that's level 6.
Oh,
yeah. Is under attack.
Put that into my veins.
You know, Nisha was just like, we talk about how good he is at min-maxing and playing around the breakpoints and knowing, okay, I can survive here if I waveform in or if I shift. You know, he was just doing the math, waiting to hit level 6. Like, okay, this is a kill.
This guy's
He's lining it up
dead.
so that he can drop it. Kills him immediately.
Well, they got the stun down bottom, but oh, he was just outside. Extra damage could have been enough, and instead he's going to turn it back on the Puppy. Seb pushing the limits.
Seb's going to get the first kill. They'll go 1 for 1. Seb gets something out of it.
Yeah, tell him, Seb. All because they weren't able to get that damage, too, from the Blood Rite.
While that was happening, I was noticing Yapsor's positioning in the jungle. The Alchemist was trying to jungle. You see a lot of these creeps half dead.
Yeah, they set the Chen creep top to check the rune, but it spawned bottom for Nisha. Now Nisha has a DD versus the level 5 mid one. So mid one thought this was going to get any easier with the ulti down. Not going to be the case.
Nisha more than 2x on the Shaker right now. 2,800 net worth on Nisha, 1,300 on the Shaker. This is predictably one-sided, but it's stacking up quick. And of course, the opportunity cost here, maybe you can get away with this against a less experienced mid player, but we know that Nisha is going to ride this momentum very effectively. This is like what he does best.
Yeah, it just seems strange that they opted for this. I don't know. Were they that cornered in the draft that they felt like this was the way to go? As Seb dropping low down here versus the Bloodseeker. Not going to be a matchup you're going to win.
All right, that's the end of Seb. That makes it 4-2.
Back in the mid lane now, Soxa here under the towers. The catapult wave arrives, so he's trying to pull this off, but Puppy's under here, making sure they can't pull the creeps back.
Double damage deployed. Good work from Soxa.
It's 8 seconds till that ulti, though. They would need a gargantuan play to try to capitalize on that blink. It was like almost coming together. Like if there could have been a Fisher block and the Harpy and just a little more damage from Soxa, but they're just so far behind right now.
And it's not just Queen of Pain.
No,
Matsu,
exactly. Look where the Alk is.
Yeah, like your Bloodseeker being 1k up on the Alchemist 7 minutes. That is scary.
Yeah, this game is a disaster. They've lost the top tier 1. Alk's running to the fountain. Earthshaker's a support.
All right, OG, I believe. I'm just waiting to see what's going to bring this all together. I do have faith in the Sumail Alk, but this has been so tough.
This looks exactly like the game where the guy in your pub says, yo, I'm going mid shaker. Go, are you sure, man? Like, they haven't picked their mid yet. It's like, no, it's going to be good. And then you get counterpicked, and he's like, just trust me. That's what this game feels like.
I would agree.
You shouldn't have trusted him. Mid lane again on the mid one here. They have the Sonic Wave.
Yeah, Source sets it up. Nisha acting like he wanted to hold it, but just makes it a quick kill. No opportunity for TP rotations. They are crippling mid one into the ground. Even Puppy's up top. He's got eyes on Sumail. He's trying to deny creeps to slow him down as best he can.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
TP in the bottom lane now. It's Zai against 3. Pops the Elder Dragon form and just kind of goes in. He's level 7. They are 2 4s and a 5. This DK is not scared at all. He's repelled this push in a 3v1.
They are going to even bring down mid one, so this is their recovery play. They're hoping that they can make something happen on these TP counterplays with no Sonic Wave, perhaps.
It's only a level 1 Breathe Fire, but it mitigates some right-click damage and 4 points into Dragon Blood. This DK does not have a care in the world right now.
He still has half duration on the ulti. Like, it's not going away anytime soon.
Puppy's here. Mid one's walking in. Maybe looking for an Echo Slam. We'll get to drop it on Puppy, perhaps. Magic Missile falls, and Puppy goes down. It's a messy fight in the trees. Zai trying to find Seb, but can't quite get him. Now Big Bad Nisha's here. Mid one dunks, but it's already 2 down for OG. No tail.
Matsu zooming
to the Dragon Tail. And Matsu on the other side. He finds Soxa. Rupture. Pretty damn good against Pango. That's going to be a 1 for 4.
Like
only Puppy falling for secret.
Move speed. What? What's going on, guys? What happened? This draft really, this does not look like a...
I guess this was an out draft. I mean, that's sort of what it's come down to. The lanes weren't that good. OG kind of lost all 3 lanes. Now we're looking at a 3-lost game in 10 minutes. It's a 6K net worth lead for Secret.
This would be the most OG comeback of OG comebacks if you can manage this one. This would prove that the legacy lives on with new players if they can manage to win this thing.
I'll agree with you there.
I remember coming out early in the last games of TI being like, all right, that's it. The magic ran out. TI, yeah, it's over. OG's done.
Were they this bad, though? I mean, this is...
There was one game, I can't remember if it was game 4 or game 5. There was one game that was looking this bad.
But look at Nisha's build, dude. He's just rushing Spirit Vessel. He's going to have a Spirit Vessel at, what, 12 minutes?
Yeah.
This Alk isn't even going to have a chance to use his ultimate. He's got 1,800 gold towards Radiance.
Well, I mean...
Sumail's trying.
If he Spirit Vessels him before the ulti... So, maybe he doesn't know how that works.
So we're banking on Nisha making a big miss.
Yeah, that's what we're going for.
Sweet. Mid one down bottom. He's going to get ruptured and killed. Of course, the double damage from Nisha makes it super easy. And now just pressing forward, Zai. There's a lot of time on this Elder Dragon form.
Man, all that draft time used, and this is what we got.
Dipping at the tower. Now they destroy Soxa. No chance for a Rolling Thunder. Full to 0. It should be.
I really don't have a whole lot to say here, man. This is...
Yeah, I don't envy you, Mr. Analyst.
I like what... I mean...
We're gonna get a capitalist call in here, get some extra perspectives, because I'm not seeing it.
It's delay, I guess. You know, ping delay,
well, sure.
Brain delay, game delay. That's the plan. And they got the trusty shovel. Maybe this is all part of the core plan here. Is Isha's just going to straight up take the camp that Sumail was farming.
But still, even if they manage to hold out and Sumail recovers, this is going to turn into one of those it's Alchemist versus 5 sort of games. The Darkseer does have some farm right now. Seb's doing all right. He's getting close to the mech. But your Earthshaker is, you have 3 supports this game, legitimately. Yeah. We say that jokingly sometimes, but that's really what this has turned into by the 10-minute mark. And now Rupture utilizing the bottom lane. It's on mid one. They'll drop the blood right. Saksa comes rolling in. Secret ready to take another fight. They don't have Nisha here. He's busy playing with the Alchemist in mid. Now down bottom. They do get the kill on Yapsor, but it costs them mid one. Matumba and Zai going in onto Seb. Surge away.
Oh, no, he misses the screen.
He's here, though. The Alchemist TP'd out, and Nisha might still be able to get him. He has the Spirit Vessel, and that'll tick him down just enough. Nisha now unstoppable.
It feels like OG are trying to capitalize on the fact that kills are worth less by just throwing their bodies at this bottom tower, forcing rotations, pulling Secret off the creeps, and letting Sumail farm. That seems to be the current game plan. It's like, just get this guy Radiance, and then we'll try our big hurrah fight.
Yeah, but Secret aren't even letting him do that.
No.
His positioning was perfect there. He contested the Alchemid, almost killed him and forced him to go home, and then just rotates bottom and joins the team fight, finds a cleanup kill. And it doesn't really get better.
Zai's so free, man. He's just walking up here. Like, what is the threat? He's completely by himself in this territory is not a great sign for your game plan. Meanwhile, mid lane here. No tail. Be careful now. A lot of heroes. There's no swaps here for Puppy, though. As they're going to jump onto Seb.
They go. TPs to the tier 2. Gets canceled.
Seb's teasing a little bit here. Yeah, they're doing all the bait in the camp. They're going to rupture up top on Sumail.
Yep. They know that most of OG is focused mid with a canceled TP. They can't get there in time. The all heal from Chen, not enough. Big kill on Sumail. They stop him from getting that relic. He was starting to close in on it. Perfectly timed kill.
They needed to crush that bottom lane harder, I think, is maybe that was the plan. Was they thought they could really dominate with the Darkseer and the Pango. Maybe they've had like really good success with this lane combo before or something, and they thought like, okay, it doesn't matter who they pick, we can run that over. But
I'd say it's a good lane combo, but Bloodseeker seems like the perfect pick to deal with that, and then also still counter the Pango and play quickly. Like this Bloodseeker last pick might have just been
it was sick. Yeah. It's one of those classics versus the Alk and the Slark, and with the Alk being picked less, you know, we don't necessarily see it being prioritized early on in the bans to help protect it, and then you just get finished by it.
It works for every reason. And bottom lane, pressure onto Seb again, TP out, Puppy finds him with a swap. Nisha now joining the party, and Seb should go down. Oh yeah, the hammers fly as the Sonic Wave connects. 15-4 at 15 minutes. It's Secret leading with a 10K net worth advantage.
Saksa? He's going for the bounty where he doesn't get it. Oh no.
Does not get it. Does have it.
And there's no swap, so.
All right, he'll be okay, or should be at least.
Meanwhile, a courier just flew over mid one and scouted that he's farming their jungle.
So that is 4 bounties to Secret. Probably not a big surprise given how much map control they have, but further starving out this Alchemist, who certainly relies on at least 3-for-1 bounty changes, or trades rather. It just feels like there is nothing going OG's way right now. It's not like they're doing 4+1 and they're feeding a little bit, but the Alk's getting space. It is just a straight shutdown.
Yeah, he's sitting high ground right now.
At 15 minutes.
Yeah.
What does Nisha buy next? He's got 2,500 gold. He's thinking. He wants a Blade Mail. It's a little
nice and aggressive style.
Some good stats, I guess. Lets him be a frontliner to some degree. Linked with confidence.
Oh, he was under a ward there. But they actually don't have any way. Like, if they Fisher, what's the follow-up? He doesn't even have Concoction yet because he just hits level 10. He's going to take it, though.
Perfect Rolling Thunder connection. That's about all I've got. Misha, invisible, just walks into them. Sumail channels the ultimate, drops it onto Zai, but No Tail gets stunned up. It's not looking good for OG in this fight. They lose No Tail first. Zai taking a lot of damage. The dunk from mid one does lock down Matsu, but won't translate to a kill. 3 dead already. The remaining 2 on the run. Seb and Saksa. I don't know if they'll be able to survive this one. He pops the mech, they blink forward, and yep, that'll be a triple for Nisha. 4-for-0 again.
He didn't even have Sonic Wave for that fight. There was a moment where there was like a 4-man Sonic Wave lined up if he had it. Just complete shutdown. You would think they had like more auras or something on the Radiant. I keep checking, but like there's no mech or anything here. They just straight up can't kill them. Like there's nothing saving them. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
They're just that far ahead of you that you're still beating out Hand of God and a mech on a Darkseer.
I mean, to be fair, Chen died without using the Hand of God in that last one. But
yeah, they focused him instantly.
Point well taken. You're absolutely right. They don't need defensive stuff because they've got the damage. And now they're just mass out leveling them too. You look at that hero level chart. 13, 12, 11, 10 on the top 4 for Secret, and top 4 on OG are 10, 9, 8, 8. With Chen stuck at a low level 6. I mean, No-Tail is just food right now. That'll be a tier 2 down mid. All the outer towers except this bottom tier 2 have fallen for OG, and now they're gonna find mid one silenced up, stunned.
I'm reminded of the Michael Scott quote of, sometimes I just start a sentence and I don't know where I'm going with it or how it's going to finish. And that reminds me of this OG draft.
Radiant's top tower.
I think it got away from them a little bit here.
I mean, the Chen Pango was a great opener. It's just somewhere in the middle of that draft. Even the Earthshaker, those first 3 heroes, you can't really complain with that.
I think the Darkseer was a little too galaxy brain.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
And Sumail is closing in on the Radiance
420.
now.
Nice.
That's great. It's 24. It's the discount 420.
Oh, my bad.
And ruined now by Nisha. Thanks a lot. Sumail does finally hit the Radiance. It's flying out on the Courier right now. They're starting to chase him down. Swap sets it up onto Sumail. Follow-up Rupture. They want to kill him again. Zai blinks over the wall and cuts off the path to retreat. Now they swap him back in. Very nice combo. We haven't even really talked about the swap with the Rupture. Guaranteed damage.
I really wanted to live there because he had the 0.35 transformation that he dodged the magic missile. That was pretty cool.
But dude, that's a 4th synergy with this Bloodseeker now. Counters the Pango, counters the Darkseer lane, synergizes with the Venge, and plays in the tempo that Secret wanted to try to match up against the South.
Yeah, it was way too good. Can we just give the credit to Heen even if it wasn't him? Let's just bring Heen into the conversation. Way to go, Heen. You're getting the rubber stamp on that one. So that's all right. Do you think Secret are going to win this one? I wondered if he'd dropped. I had a feeling. Well. Hi, everybody. Dario will slowly make his way back. They're having some internet issues in the area. But I don't think he's going to miss out on too much as we approach the 20-minute mark here. The Dire are smoking for a top outpost. They're going to get it. Puppy, don't do it. They're not alone. Oh, finally. The Surge, the Concoction kill. They're going to get one back here. Oh no. They might not. He could swap Nisha in 3 seconds to be safe. Oh, Puppy! He swaps it, but Songway's going to hit all 3. Puppy won't go down, but he has the buyback. He wants to rejoin. Matsu going to pop the BKB and start slicing and dicing. First on Assume. Now, the follow-up there on the Seb. They're just running him down. Soxa even going to get... Oh, actually, he did manage to finish his way out of there. Even if they're going to steal the Rolling Thunder. You're back, huh? I thought I heard you. Zari? Oh, he's gone again. Everyone in America, you know, they're chilling at home, using up all the internet, watching some Netflix. The poor guy. Thankfully, well, mid one. Damn! Oh, bounty achieved. 360 kill for Nisha in the bottom lane. He did the full twirl before the last click on the mid one, the former Secret member. Oh, she hurts.
All right, so it looks like I missed another successful team fight for Team C.
Yes, I would say so. Hey there, bud.
Hey there. Yep. Lost some packets. I think we found them, got them back in the right spot.
Maybe someone finished their final rerun of Breaking Bad, you know? One of your neighbors. Man, just stop the Netflix. But you're gone again. I'm not sure. Yeah. Oh, there you are. Hey, bud. Yeah. Oh, man. I could go for some in-and-out, not gonna lie. Speaking of America. Yeah, it's a cinch, as they say. Easy Roche. OG not giving though, in typical OG fashion. They're still going to look for their big plays. They're going to look for Darkseer, the king of the comebacks, to perhaps perform one of his famous miracles.
Yeah. I mean, Alchemist also sort of king of the comebacks, right? He farms so fast that we've seen these games that seem impossible, and somehow he still manages to hit critical mass.
Not this one, though.
Yeah.
If I had to be a betting man.
So Dota Plus right now 98-2. So they're giving OG a solid 2%.
That's one for each TI win. They actually never drop lower than that.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
That's
Zai is going to find Seb.
yeah, most of OG try to make the retreat, but Seb could be the one that gets left behind. Also a Basher out on Matsu. Okay,
Radiant's
pretty
bottom
good.
tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane,
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. He's got the Philosopher's Stone.
oh,
That'll bring us back into this one.
I mean, I guess to be fair, Secret are maybe struggling isn't the right word, but a little hesitant to just run up to the high ground.
They're just filling their inventories. I mean, he's just doing 360 kills on mid one, you know. It's pretty painful.
All three cores have not died yet.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, so still has the Stolen Surge, by the way. Surge DK, Surge Bloodseeker, terrifying. Mid one.
3 down mid.
But still doesn't have an item.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
He's gonna
Now
smoke.
desperately trying to farm this BKB. Still needs a couple hundred gold, and they'll have to sacrifice their barracks in exchange. I think OG about at that point where they're going to get one final fight. They see the outcutting, and now, Sumail, he's going to be in trouble. Nisha and Yapsor respond immediately and go, oh, yes, please, free money. Give me more of it. Yapsor, you can even take the kill. I spirit nestled in. Yapsor, there it is. Fade Bolt.
Hey, we've always wanted Sanjin Kaya to actually be picked up.
Who's got it?
Nisha, he's gone for it.
Oh, my gosh. The Sanj Kaya.
How do you know you're ahead?
The mythical rumored item. I don't know if I've ever seen it purchased in a pro competitive game. It's such a weird item, so rare that you want status resistance and strength, but also spell amp and mana loss reduction. It's just a weird item.
Queen has always touted as a hero that like could buy it, but then she usually wants other stuff, like orchids and whatnot.
She's holding out for the trident, Trent.
Yeah, I think so. I saw the blades there. I don't think he actually wants the items.
All right, Zyme jumps in. OG taking another rough fight. This time, mid one does live until Nisha blinks in one more time. Now Seb getting targeted down. He'll fall. Does get the wall off, but no dunk used. Nisha in deep. The blade mail actually helping him out quite a bit. Dive in onto Sumail. The Alchemist dies. No buybacks, and that's it. GG. 25 quick minutes. Secret not only win game one, all three of their cores deathless in the first match. 5 kills from OG only on Puppy and Yapsor. Wow.
Yeah.
That is
5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban.
On, and Sumail was just like, yeah, okay, next game.
OG's turn to
fine.
ban.
Sumail was trying. I really feel for Sumail that game. He was doing everything he could on that alchemist to find the farm.
He was probably just like, what are you guys doing?
He had no options. Secret. They own the map. Well, here we go. Phoenix first banned out of Secret. And the Coddle taken out by OG.
10
Well, I'm
seconds
curious how
remaining.
much Secret will switch it up. After a win like that, part of me feels like Puppy is just going to
5
try to pick
seconds
the exact
remaining.
same draft.
I almost feel the opposite, that they're going to try and style on him a little bit.
Wasn't that styling on him? Just drafting the same heroes and winning again?
That's true. There's that, but there's also just, you know, support tinkers and snipers and whatnot.
Yeah, okay.
That's its own
I guess
special
that's
breed.
true. Support Tinker is a special brand of style points. I'll give you that.
That
DK
was
now
just
banned out
mean,
by OG.
dude.
OG's
That was a
turn to
mean
ban.
draft. They third picked Tinker on somebody. Like, damn.
And when it's third pick too, you feel stupid saying, "Is that a Yapsor Tinker?" No, there's no way. It gets in your head. Grimstroke now taken out again. Both teams very tactfully thinking about
10
these first
seconds
bans.
remaining.
But
Well, we had the
5
Witch
seconds
Doctor ban
remaining.
last game from OG. I don't know if that's going to be necessary again. I guess it does. Like, they still basically did a Witch Doctor draft anyway. Like, they still ran you down that hard, and they were able to secure the lane just as well with Avenge. Which is probably a little worrisome.
yeah, I don't know if the Witch Doctor is worth an opening ban. Is there a point where you consider banning Queen of Pain?
Yes.
Because she seems like such a draft threat of ultimate flexibility and still a very difficult hero to deal with if she gets ahead.
I think she falls under all the same practices as the Dragon Knight. But the Dragon Knight is slightly better because I think he plays out of the one role a lot better than the Queen does, even though we've seen them both do it.
For sure.
But
Team
yeah,
Secret's turn to
I wouldn't mind
ban.
that. Either
Turn
that
to
or
ban.
OG should take it in the first phase, and Secret are going to keep that pressure on. No reserve time used by them, as OG have already burnt an entire minute here.
Yeah, that is surprising. It is pretty rare you see teams burn that much reserve time just on these opening bans.
I would still expect them to go back for the Chen. I mean, it's still Chen, right? Like,
I don't
sure.
think Shen was the
10
real
seconds
problem
remaining.
there. That was the one pick that actually felt pretty
5
solid. Yeah, that
seconds
was quite
remaining.
meta. No Tail did the normal Chen stuff. They did biff that one teleport back to the well that we talked about. I guess that was the one big
True.
error we saw out of Chen.
Maybe that was what lost that lane even harder. We talked about it very briefly, but that was pretty funny.
It feels like that was one thing that could make it almost passable for mid one. You know he's going to lose the lane, but at least he gets all this free
Secret's
healing.
turn to ban.
It was pretty painful to see that first attempt thwarted. Ban the Timber Saw now. Secret, do you think about banning the Chen, or do you just let him have it again, knowing that you were able to run them down so effectively? So that's the thing, right? Secret also play Chen really, really well, so they
Yeah.
know the
10
weaknesses,
seconds
right? Puppy
remaining.
knows the ins and outs of those rotations and how to play against it.
I actually think I might
5
ban Shadow
seconds
Demon instead and just
remaining.
give them Chen. Shadow Demon feels really good versus a lot of the heroes. That
I
like is like
agree.
Ember
OG's
still in?
turn to pick.
Okay, they'll
Not
just ban
anymore.
the Ember instead. Fair enough.
But you're right, Shadow Demon, just having the save, right? He sets up so much and then can also break up these big team fight combos.
He did get ignored last game though, so who knows? Maybe. Although with the Queen of Pain or with the DK bans, I feel like DK is really good versus Chen because he can just like lane versus him and not care. So with that removed, maybe they'll find the space
10
for the Shadow
seconds
Demon instead.
Team Secret's turn to pick.
All right, OG, what do you believe? Void Spirit instead, eh?
Okay, a fine opener. Hero that OG know well.
Ten seconds remaining.
What's the opener here? I guess the question is, do Secret want Chen?
5 seconds
I think
remaining.
Queen plus. Actually, Queen is
Queen
like kind
Rubik?
of good and bad versus Void
Team
Spirit.
Secrets
Queen
turn to
Rubik, the
pick.
safe opener? Okay. Queen first.
So they have this awkward relationship of the Yules, right? Where it's like, you know, if she tries to save herself with Yules, then she can still get taunted. And then if he gets the Yules and she doesn't have one, then she also still just dies. So you just got to make sure that you're ahead on the hero. I do think it's still worth though because of how well they flex it between the roles. And as you said, Rubik.
10
Rubik's not
seconds
bad.
remaining.
The Shaker is banned already.
5
Still some
seconds
like
remaining.
Oh,
Oracle DP potential. A Lycan has also still made it through with the Grimstroke banned out. Potentially an early Lycan pick, but
I wouldn't mind Shadow Demon for them either. I guess Secret haven't been playing it that much, but in fact, they haven't even picked it at all lately. So maybe they don't believe in the hero as much. Although a lot of teams are still banned versus them, so perhaps that's more so the issue.
OG's turn to
I feel
pick.
like there's some other meta picks that we're forgetting about, but it is just the Chen.
All right, well,
Now,
playing
the
versus
OG
Shen.
go back for the Rubik.
I don't think it's
Not great
fantastic
steals
versus
here.
these two.
It's
It's,
not-
like okay.
No.
It's an unlikely ban because they'll probably try and cover themselves with like either Chen
10
ban
seconds
matchups or
remaining.
like they'll ban for the hero that Secret are about to pick anyway, right? Like the core hero.
5
So
seconds remaining.
you probably don't have to worry about that being banned out if you're OG.
I speak for the tree.
They will take that Nature's Prophet with the Dragonite being removed. Get left in all of last draft and was still there as his potential flex. As Virtus.Pro have shown, it can be very powerful out of the mid lane, or I'm sure Seb, of course, is the main consideration we're still looking at here for OG.
Does that mean a mid Void Spirit most likely now with the Prophet picked up?
More
10
than likely, but
seconds remaining.
there's tons of options here.
Yeah, could be reversed.
5
Well, some nice
seconds
flex
remaining.
picks. A fairly strong opener for OG. I've got no issues with these two heroes. Very meta right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind heroes that don't need quite as much to get going, like unlike the Earthshaker, to just play off of this global style between the Nature's Prophet as well as the super high mobility of the Void Spirit. I think Pango is still in, right? Could be a good Pango game for OG. Put that on the 4.
Maybe they're considering banning the Lycan. He's still pretty darn scary, really, for both sides potentially.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the other heroes that have been a problem for Virtus.Pro when they've been playing. And yeah, they will take care of the Lycan. Lycan Chen, you know.
Yeah, that's a scary hero to hand over to Secret, where they're so good at playing momentum and round item timings and stuff. That's where Lycan seems to really shine.
Troll's still in, actually. That's what Secret used when they played versus Virtus.Pro. They used Monkey King one game. Oh, man, that first game was brutal.
Also, the Bat Rider
10
has still
seconds
made it.
Ah,
through.
yeah.
He has been this elusive sleeper hero, not getting picked much, but he's
5
made it through in a
seconds
number of
remaining.
these drafts now.
You could see the Secret Bat Rider into Troll. So, like, pick the Bat first to cover the counter pick. Because Soxa plays a pretty good support Bat. I would like that out of Secret, I think. And they could just ban the Oracle here.
Yeah, ban one of the saves. I like Bat alongside Queen of Pain. Anybody that has burst to finish off the kill. Alina, various others that fit the bill, but already some natural synergy built up. Secret now
Team
delving into the
Secret's
reserve
turn to
time for this
pick.
ban, and they actually ban out the Invoker. All right. Invoker stock on the
OG's
rise.
Turn to pick.
Makes me think of like Necrophos or something. So they
Hey,
yeah.
it's Rubik.
don't have to ban the Rubik
It's your
because they
bud.
will take it for themselves.
We can't all be a Grand Magus.
Is he our favorite 4? I feel like he's my favorite 4 right now.
Right now, yes. After all the games we've seen throughout Group B and the playoffs here in Dota Pit,
Like, I think he
Rubik-
beats out like Shaker for me and the Pango.
10 seconds
yeah.
remaining.
He just
Aside
feels
from like
good.
specific counter picks or something, just in a vacuum, who feels like the
5
best, most
seconds
well-rounded?
remaining.
I'm picking my 4 kind of blind. Yeah, I'm going
Well,
Rubik.
especially when you have Liquid firsting it overall too,
Team
and
Secret
it still looks
turn
good,
to pick.
you know.
Whoa!
Who is this
here's
guy?
A forgotten about hero.
Okay.
Don't know if he might have been played in Group A, of course, but we have not seen any Doom ban or pick in Group B.
No, and that's with the Grimstroke
came
being
from.
gone, but he does have the Devour versus the Chen, so there's at least one cuteness going on, but you're picking it into Rubik. So
Yeah.
Void Spirit's now shaking a little like, oh geez. Could you
Well,
please
I
not give that
assume-
away?
There's got to be a
5
reason why
seconds
Doom
remaining.
hasn't been picked that much, right? I think the issue might be with his lane setup. Is it a core or a support?
He just
Maybe
got a
that's
lot
the
of
first
nerfs.
question.
I think it's going to be a support. I'm pretty sure that's how they're going to do it.
Okay.
It's going to be Socks of Doom.
Okay. I think I like that better.
Doom's a pretty badass looking hero, though, dude.
Well, that yeah.
Look at this guy.
In terms of cosmetics, yeah, base cosmetics, I mean.
Yeah.
Doom is pretty badass. He is a true hellish demon with a tail and a fiery sword.
Maybe that's part of it, right?
I see.
Makes you feel good.
They want to match the succubus with
OG's
one of hell's
turn
cloven
to pick.
demons. Mars. All right, one of our favorite offlaners. Again, great with the Queen of Pain.
Good versus
Solid
Nature's
setup.
Prophet, too. This is that other hero that we say can just kind of hunt him throughout the whole game and make it difficult. The spear's really nice. Just like cut right through those tree ants and
Although
still catch the
Void
guy.
Spirit can just jump right out of the arena, right? So that one's not really much of a counter.
10 seconds remaining.
Not if he's speared, though.
Not if he's speared.
Got him
I mean, I
there.
guess it
5
is
seconds
cool, and
remaining.
like that Yule's play you were talking about, it makes it harder for Void Spirit to use Yule's defensively because it sets up for free Mars spears.
Yeah.
So there is that aspect to it.
Now is who's playing what here? They have the double pick in a row here for OG. Is No Tail getting his hero last, and they're just gonna pick the mid they don't want banned, or is this a position 1 hero they're gonna look for and put the Void Spirit mid? Again, this is where they're stuck in this situation of we need a mid hero that can play versus Queen of Pain. And I thought it was going to be Secret taking the Monkey King, but it's going to go to OG instead. So that's that high mobility that we want with the Nature's Prophet and the Void Spirit, right?
Yeah, but again, who's going mid here?
I think mid
Can
one.
Can Monkey King lane against Queen of Pain?
Hey, dude, they just sent an Earthshaker mid. I don't know if that's under their considerations at the moment.
I mean, that matchup sounds rough, though.
It's
I
way
feel like
better. I mean, it's playable. We've seen that
Okay.
several times.
It's playable. That's a good way to put it. And I guess there could be a curveball. Could No Tail play this Prophet? I know we've seen it mostly core,
Yes.
so that's
100%.
what we're gravitating towards. But this could be a support Prophet.
Yeah,
This
I mean,
draft is pretty hard to read.
We kind of have to assume it's going to be the Monkey King mid, though, because it's mid 1. Like, come on. Even on Pain.
You gotta factor in the ping, bud. I feel like I talk too far about how the ping doesn't matter because no one's made these god tier plays, and I've maybe gone back on that.
He played Lash. I'm sure it'll be fine.
My webcam agrees.
OG's turn to ban.
I feel you, mid one.
Wow. The final Witch Doctor ban.
From
Way
Secret,
down
no
there.
less.
Yeah, exactly.
If this isn't evidence that Witch Doctor is actually good again, Trent, I don't know what is.
Well, it's versus Chen, and they're pretty sure that Puppy's hero, or sorry, No Tail's hero's left, so it does make a decent amount of sense with the Ench already being banned out.
Fair enough.
10 seconds.
The other 5
remaining.
would be a Wyvern, right? Kind of a classic counter pick, but Wyvern into Rubik, not
5
particularly good
seconds
versus
remaining.
Queen or Mars.
I would ban Troll here if I'm OG.
Yes, the Troll versus Nature's Prophet does look
turn
very
to
good.
pick.
Okay, and they take it out. Very good. Not sure what Secret wants, but they will get to react. And now OG, they've got about 30 seconds inside this final pick. I think they're looking for their safe laner, but still open to interpretation. What's the Sumail hero here?
10
That is
seconds
a
remaining.
good question. They do not have a lot of time. They have 3 seconds reserve time.
5
No
seconds
way it's the
remaining.
Alchemist. Or is it?
Team Secrets turn
I don't know if
to
it's
pick.
going to be just the Void. All right, so
Whoa,
he is getting the
Abba.
Void Spirit probably.
So Void Spirit 1, Monkey King 2, then a Baden off lane with Support Doom, and then I think a No Tail Nature's Prophet.
I mean, unless they're doing the No Tail ABBA, but I mean, the 5 ABBAs have not looked that great. Is it maybe because it is single target initiation of the Mars that it could be viable here?
10
I mean,
seconds
it's not
remaining.
terrible, but it's so much weaker than it used to be.
But they
Again,
might,
I think
5 seconds
they might need the
remaining.
power of that Prophet though. I don't know if you can afford the support Prophet. You know, like
Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't know where to place this Doom, though. Is position 4 Doom actually scary? We'll see. Now, Secret have 20 seconds to decide how to handle this.
I feel like they're gonna pick like Storm or something. Just
What about Morphling, dude? Is this a Nisha Morph? And they
yeah.
put the Quap somewhere else? I'm kind of liking the Morphling.
if you want to make sure it gets banned every game.
The
then I think
Lone
the Lone
Druid.
Druid for probably Matu then, right? Nisha, Queen of Pain, and Zai on the Mars.
I think that would be my guess. Yep, that's exactly right. Nisha takes the Queen of Pain again. Zai on the Mars. And Matu gets himself a lone druid. Now, Seb takes the Nature's Prophet. It is the no-tail Abaddon, so position 5 Abba with the heal, and Sumail will be the one to take the Monkey King with mid 1 grabbing the Void Spirit.
Okay. So that's a matchup that we've also seen time and again. Like, again, it's just Void Spirit just doing his thing, making sure to deal with the dagger, right? It's a little bit of a skill-based matchup, but should still be happy for the Queen of Pain. The only thing she'd have to watch out for potentially would be blinking aggressively versus the Nature's Prophet. You never know, right? You try and blink in, that's a lot of time for potential rotation.
It's kind of an odd supporting duo for OG though. Double melee, Doom, Abba. I don't know what to make of this. I think once again I like this secret draft a bit more. It feels much more conventional, much more safe within the meta. The Doom is really throwing me off. That's the hero that maybe he's going to have a huge impact, but
he is one
I don't
of the,
know how.
Like the biggest snowballing fours in the past year. There have been games where I think it was like Zayats that they were picking it for a couple times, and he just looked unstoppable. Like you couldn't believe how fast he was playing in the early game. He's just running at people and just throwing down the damage over time.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah. And you're just like, okay, hey, this is actually good. And then the next game he gets picked, he dies twice because he has no armor in lane, and you're just depressed. So we'll see if Soxa can get the snowball roll.
Sort of a high risk, high reward kind of position.
And why are No-Tail and Seb just tipping each other to start the game? A couple of goons.
Because they picked Monkey King. They're throwing back to the old monkey business days, dude.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're getting up to the monkey business.
This golden Death Prophet courier looks hilarious when Monkey King is playing as it because it runs way too fast. The animation isn't right at all.
He walks like a penguin, dude.
Yeah.
It's just waddling back and forth. So let me spin it this way.
Spin it for me, DJ.
Is this an upgrade for OG?
Yes.
There's no way this could be worse than game 1, right?
Correct.
So we've already made some progress, but is this good? Do you like this OG draft, or are you still pretty heavily favoring Secret?
I'm pretty skeptical on the support duo, as you mentioned. Not a huge fan.
They are a little low on spammable stuns. You've got Boundless Strike. You've got the Resonant Pulse. I guess you're going to get a Centaur inside of the Doom at some point, so maybe he'll get a Blink Dagger. That'll give you another stun. But a little light on control.
I feel like Queen of Pain Lone Druid has got to be one of these combos that we've played over the past like 6 years constantly. I can always remember looking at the numbers of hero pairings and being surprised at how often these two heroes were on the same team together. It's one of these, their timings just work really well together. Like the way that Queen of Pain likes to bully during that early mid game while Lone Druid's looking for some time to farm up. She just fits in that niche just right. And then their late game items also synergize really well together because she doesn't mind going like some of these aura items that also help out with the bear. Just a solid combo. One guy's very long sustain damage with a little bit of control. She's heavy burst damage with some mobility. They're BFFs, you know?
Besties. So mid lane again, Nisha versus mid one. This should be a much better matchup, though still Queen favored. Any melee matchup for the most part, she's going to have a good time, especially once level 3 comes out. 2 points of the Shadow Strike. Should start to see this shift in favor of Nisha.
Now you're getting it.
Starting to figure this out.
How to figure out how Queen of Pain will lane. How good is the Q? And that's what you're looking for, right? That's what everyone has to do, is he has to dodge. But he's playing on this ping, so it's going to be hard to consistently get the dodge.
If he can do it. Mid one, playing with the handicap.
He's doing a good job of abusing. Oh my god, that's twice in a row. Nisha just was barely rolling low on the last hit. Pretty frustrating, I'm sure. But did a good job of abusing his level before Nisha's, right?
Already a good lane down bottom for Sumail. Having the position 5 Abaddon is amazing for the lane. There's a lot of sustainability on the Monkey King. He can just play forward, not really worry about taking damage, get good trades in. It's after the laning phase that I worry for this Abaddon.
I think even the laning phase is a bit of a concern.
Wait, isn't that where position 5 Abaddon sort of peaked?
It used to. It's just been nerfed so much that it doesn't really feel that strong anymore.
The cast range on the Mistcoil was a big one. It's a smaller range than Photic Shield now. What is more, I guess.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, how are we doing up top? Especially since Aphotic Shield has always been a notoriously... It's like an amazing spell, but you have to be right there using it. It's always been the opportunity cost.
Top is pretty chill. Saksa had the mana burn creep, so he already burnt some of the mana off of Zai. Trying to be a nuisance. Might go for it again here, but they're going for the pullback. They want this kill.
Seb's in trouble. Nice spear, and Zai gonna set this up. He'll get credit for the first blood.
Yapsor left it for him there. That's the first time I've ever seen Yapsor leave a kill. I wonder why. Isn't it like they're all... Oh, whoa, there's a courier there.
Oh.
Got it mixed up with the treants for a second there. He's like, oh no, my Blightstone.
Oh, the couriers. All right, right back to it. I guess that's the upside of the Prophet. You get picked early, you can just come right back to lane thanks to teleport. Already a good start for Secret, though.
This kind of reminds me of how they had the Bloodseeker with the Venge, where it like doesn't necessarily matter how bad your 5 is as long as you pick a really strong laner. Like Monkey King, kind of a notorious like good laner versus various heroes. Yeah. So even if you're a bit of on the weaker side, you can just enable him to play aggressive.
Turns out Jingu Mastery is a pretty sick skill for laning.
It's pretty annoying versus the bear though, right? Because you don't get anything. So it's kind of a cool counter pick in that regard.
Yeah. It's like lone druid type heroes. Like against Doom, I guess Queen is really going to be that prime Doom target. Feels pretty bad Doom and the bear. And you can't necessarily Doom the lone druid himself either. That also doesn't feel good. Puppy does get Sumail's courier in the bottom. That's 2 courier kills now for Secret.
I have to say, the inability to just constantly spam the dagger actually has a big impact on this matchup, though. Like, just having to play around the simulate, even if you, like, hit every one, is really hard. Did he get him that time?
Yeah, dagger did connect.
That was ping, dude. Like, there's no way mid one's missing that, you know?
Yep.
That's annoying.
He is still winning the lane, though. 21-4 on the Void Spirit, 14-5.
Yeah, but look, that's his bottle, right?
And Puppy's here. This is that 4-minute flip we always talk about.
Yeah, great rotation from Puppy. Ruined mid one's time. That mid one needs like a TP or, well, a full rotation from No Tail instead.
He needs a No Tail.
Yeah.
But now that's going to give a little extra space to the lone druid. But coming up on 5 minutes, it's much more even. This is closer to what we were expecting in game 1.
Up top here, you can see Saksa still holding the mana burn. They went a little aggro onto Zai. But now back to his courier just died again?
It did. Yes. Seb is now fed his courier twice in 5 minutes. So back-to-back deaths.
Well, Yapsor is giving the old juke here to Saksa.
Trying
he wants the boat.
Oh, he gets the first one and not going to commit. Mid one grabs the other.
Yeah, he saw that, the mid one had left mid, so he's like, okay, I have to stay for this one instead.
But still 3 runes for Secret. They get both down bottom. Now a solid 1K net worth lead for Secret 5 minutes into this laning phase. Not rolling it, but they're in a good spot. Matu, #1 on net worth. He's still having a pretty darn good lane against this Monkey King. It's going fine for Sumail too, but Matu is king of the castle. Yeah, there's going to be pressure on Sumail to make a lot of his early rotations. I don't think he can just be some AFK farmer. Well, they get some entangling claws. They are destroying him here. No Tail does have the shield. How far do they want to go? Puppy did already use the penitence. It's coming up in a few seconds. I mean, that right there is the power of the position 1 ABBA. Not many 5s could have saved the Monkey King in that scenario. That penitence, too, in combination with the bear is really nice. Yeah. As in the mid lane, we got our level 6s here. Mid one's starting to put the pressure on. Oh, Nisha. Blink from Nisha. And he gets the rune. I mean, he had the ward anyway, down bottom, so he knew. Still, first 2 runes go the way of Nisha. That will start to tip the scales mid. You can already see in the net worth, the co-op's up by 100. And mid one's worried because he doesn't know for sure if he has the ulti or not, so he's going to Fairy Fire early. Gotta play it safe against the Queen. In fact, Nisha does not have it. Up top, I haven't really been paying that much attention to the Zai, but he's looking really good. He's got a big wave under the tower. The catapult's going to go down to him. And Yapsor still feels free to contest Seb over on this camp, too. So what are they getting out of this Doom right now? He just runs back in the jungle, and he steals, or he gets another Devour, but he doesn't want it. He's going to keep the mana burn rather than take the wings. Bottom lane, Sumail.
Getting gone on here with the penitence.
They want to try to save him. It's going to be close. They need a little more. The bear gets it. But now maybe mid one with the cleanup kills. Puppy goes down. Now looking for Matsu, though he is in true form. Certainly not an easy target. And they'll go 1 for 1. Monkey King for Chen. Secret, pretty happy with that. Especially since it pulled mid one out, and now Nisha just has a free lane to pressure and last hit to his heart's content.
I think they thought they were going to get away without even losing Puppy, though. I'd be a little annoyed. I guess it was easier for OG because they have this ward in the lane, so they knew there wasn't a rotation coming right away from the Queen of Pain.
Call. So maybe a lane rotation now. They'll leave mid one down bottom, and the Monkey King actually heads mid. Sumail only level 5 against the level 7 Queen of Pain. This is risky, but I get it. You don't want that Void Spirit to have to run all the way back across the map with his TP on cooldown.
Orthodox, but effective.
So basically, I think what Puppy has to wait for is he needs there to be a root, and he needs the Abba to go for the early shield and then put the penitence on after, and then they'll have a full 10 seconds where they can try and go for the kill.
Yeah, it's hinky if the penitence gets cleansed, that's for sure.
Nisha gets another rune thanks to this ward. No-Tail might be on his way to D-ward soon.
In a row and with a haste. Yeah,
back top. They're going for the kill as well onto Saksa.
Yeah,
they don't have mana for the arena, though.
He does not have Scorched Earth for another 5 seconds. This one's going to be close.
What a sad rundown. Is he really dead?
I think so. Dude. There it is. Yapsor finishes him off. That was a pretty sad kill.
Yeah, like, oh, the courier.
Oh,
yeah.
Seb gets it. He gets a little vengeance on the courier action.
But yeah, getting that kill without having to burn the arena is great. As down bottom, you can see a couple of roots on the No-Tail, but I'm just going to shield himself off. Where is Sumail?
He's trying to make it work mid.
Haste.
And Monkey King certainly suffering. He'll get a creep wave coming in. Finally hits level 6.
Oh, they're going to recall him down bottom on the Mars. It's only going to be a kill onto No-Tail, but this is free. Again, no need for the arena, so they could pressure the tower here if they'd like. They should be securing these outposts as well as we close on 10 minutes.
Nisha's hasted up. He was looking for a rotation in the top lane, but couldn't find it. And fakes back like he wants to go mid, and now he's headed back top again as he sees that they're pushing and even diving onto Yapsor.
They could... Oh, no, they can't TP Zai because he TP'd home and they got recall bot.
Is Nisha going to find this kill? Still holding the ultimate. Mid one. Gets the Resonant Pulse.
They're not getting any exchange pressure right now.
This is 5 heroes top for OG. I think part of it's this outpost. They need to get one. The bottom one's already gone. Yapsor gets the stun. He interrupts Saksa. This is going to be close. OG are still going to come in. They've got the superior numbers. Queen of Pain blinks back. Mid one trying to finish up.
Have the Aether.
The TP out. Seb comes in. They've got the damage. They shut down Nisha and they get the XP. Big win for OG right there.
Yeah, that level 1 blink 15 seconds. Just a bit too much. So finally some revenge for mid one after that mid.
Yeah, that was risky. That was 5 heroes at 10.
Oh, look at this Invictus Rune Arena, though. Oh, this is so tempting.
Oh.
Can anyone TP mid?
Yeah, he's got no help.
They just don't have enough damage, even no matter how good it looks. All right, here come the numbers.
Oh. Are they going to do this? Matu's here. Arena connects on 3. It's perfectly placed. The Abba gets stunned up, and now they need to find the kills. Saksa brought low. No-Tail low. The bear will finish off No-Tail.
That was so funny. That was like that 5-man Ravage you see as a tie. They just let it rip, and you're like, they're all going to die. Hey, like, all right, we don't actually do any damage.
Oh,
just able to bring down No-Tail.
We don't have Sonic Wave. Now, imagine if Nisha could have been there. That would have been a dope combo.
True.
They don't get it this time. Still, it's a bit of a win for Secret, though, because that was OG starting to push this
Puppy
tier 1.
is in deep trouble here, because Seb just TP's behind him, and mid one TP's to the tower.
Oh, I don't know. Puppy's got some friends coming in. He might go down, but there could be a counter kill play. Resonant Pulse does pull him on back, but now Bear in on Seb. Nisha's here. They are going to go 1 for 1 at the very least. Saksa, level 6, was thinking about the doom.
Wow, Matu lets him go? Yeah, I thought they were going to just look for the root and then just the Sonic Wave, but they're holding back some here.
Dire's middle tower is under
Look at this from No-Tail. He's holding the tome, so he can pop. I guess there's no point. You might as well just pop the 6. I guess he's just trying to be really sneaky.
Yeah, you can just hold the point.
Yeah,
but decide if you want borrowed time.
He's going the second level of it, I guess.
All right, I like that. I guess he just saw Inception on Netflix. Going deep.
Saw Nolan's got another movie coming out. You know, he wants to get in on that.
Oh, Nisha mid gets initiated on. There could be a Doom available, but no, Nisha rather, just destroys Sumail. Blinks back before the Resident Pulse can go off. Nisha.
Radiant's bottom tower.
That was
is under
a
attack.
little painful there. I think we had the dodge there as well from mid one on ping, by the way. So able to simulate dodge that Sonic Wave.
So what happened to the Doom's mana? I thought he had enough mana to cast Doom, and then he lost it.
Radiant's
I didn't
bottom
see.
tower has
I don't know. He didn't get like mana burned by a creep or something, did he? I thought they were just gonna Doom him and take the easy kill, but then the Doom couldn't do it.
Did he just thunderclap or something and not have enough?
That could have been it. The Thunderclap only costs 50 mana, but
I mean, he doesn't have a lot of mana.
you're right. Yes, I hesitated to call it a misplay from Saksa in case there was a clutch Chen mana burn or something, but I don't think that was the case.
Are scared.
And the end result is that Nisha survives. And once again, look at this build from the Queen of Pain. He's just going fighting. Blade Mail, first item.
I mean, that's all they're looking for in OG, right? You look at their heroes, and the Monkey King, the Void Spirit, and the Nature's Prophet is your Tricore. Very telegraph what you want to do, whereas inside of Secret, they're just looking to farm up Matu. They want to get him to that Deso post-Mask of Madness. Sumail, I mean, he keeps jumping the tree, so Matu's going to know that he's seen. I'm not sure why he's still down here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Really hoping he go for that kill or something. Up top, yeah, they're going to make their way onto the outpost.
Too impactful at 13 minutes. Maybe a rotation onto Chen. Not feeling this position for Doom so far, though. I don't think we've even seen a Doom
Yeah, it would
yet.
help if he used his ulti. Then you get a little bit better feel for the impact.
Yeah. But again, one of these scenarios where it's like Secret aren't really giving him great opportunities. Sumail, okay, jumps in down bottom. Matsu gets the claws. This is a weird little exchange. Forces a TP. You tell Matsu is like, I don't want to fight this, but if none of your friends show up, I'm sort of down to fight this.
I'll just send my bear. And it'll be the Spirit Vessel Rush from Seb this game on the Nature's Prophet. Just trying to get these early items as Saksa looks to build towards the Blink on the Doom to hopefully cast his ulti at some point in this game. And Puppy is almost done his Helm here. Puppy pretty farmed. More farmed than the Doom, in fact.
And surprisingly so.
All right, here's the wraparound on the Matsu. There we go. There's the Doom. Did get off the shapeshift.
I think they'll still kill him, though. He's tanky, but he's not that tanky. Stuck inside of the trees. It will be a 5-on-1. The Void Spirit gets there a little late, but...
moving down. Wow, he actually got that spear. Is that going to save him? There is a jump pullback if they want it, and they're going to go.
Yapsor's here, under the tower. This is a bit risky for OG, but now the arena comes down. Zai just walks out, and that'll be a pretty good disengage.
Made them burn the arena, though, which lets you start going for this tower, knowing that they don't have their big counter-initiating spell.
Yep, definitely a win there. Nisha did grab both bounty runes up top, so that will favor Secret. They're going to have to lose this tier 1 tower, it looks like. Whiff, can you give me enough to save it? Okay. OG on the retreat.
They didn't drop any wards. They might not be aware of this, and now they have wards. They see that all these heroes are here from Team Secret.
One makes it back, although the bear wraps around. El Doge on the way.
Nice place from OG. They bring the entire rotation down bottom. As long as they don't lose Sumail here, this will all have been fine.
And Sumail is going to be in big trouble. Popped the ultimate, but does get stunned on the tree. They should be able to finish him off, and that's the end of the Wukong's command. Just like that, it trades back in favor of Secret. Remember, they did go 3-for-1 on bounties also.
And there's a pull here as well on Yapsor. Oh, he misses.
Big one jumps in. Big damage onto Matsu. There you go. Now Zai on the run. Nisha here doing some damage. But OG sustaining in this fight, and they might be able to finish off Zai. Nice rebuke, Yapsor. Now setting up for Nisha. Perhaps they can get this kill onto Saksa. They're just whittling OG down. No Tail's got a lot of sustain, but not enough to heal everybody.
That was pretty brutal on the Matsu. He took 400 damage from the Wrath of Nature and then 255 from the Dissimulate. He just got evaporated.
He did.
But still, I guess
So
Overall, looking pretty good for Team Secret. As Seb's gonna TP right in front of YapzOr. Let's say I'll take that.
And Secret are doing a good job keeping Sumail down. They're not letting this Monkey King run away with it. His farm is all right, but he's bottom of the cores, has just an Echo Saber right now. Seb is really the big breadwinner. He's going to go for the Spirit Vessel next after his drums. So looking for a pretty well-rounded build there.
He has to be very team-centric. He can't do it on his own like the lone druid sort of deal. Like he needs to somehow buff up these allies of his that are a little bit lower on the net worth chart, especially Sumail. He's the one who's been given the hard game this time.
But riddle me this, my friend. Why Aghanims for Nisha this game?
Riddle me this.
Well, we suggested it a few times. He's gone for a lot of other item builds. He tends to not go for the Aghanims on Quap from the games that we've seen. And I'm curious why this match in particular feels so good.
A lot of magic bursts. That could be part of it. It's like the arena, it's a lot of control that they have, but in terms of the big boosted damage, it's mostly him with a little help from the Rubik. Mostly consistent damage, I guess, outside of the spear.
YapzOr with a stolen teleportation. That's pretty fun.
Yeah. And now they're going to smoke up with it, too.
Okay. You're right, though. If you get the Aghanims, that allows Quap to just follow around the Mars, and you can fight anytime arena's up, whereas those cooldowns don't normally sync up so well without the Aghanims.
There's probably some value to it as well versus the Nature's Prophet, just by the nature of this game. Nature's Prophet and Monkey King, you know there's going to be a lot of split pushing happening, and 40-second cooldown can be nice to just like clear a wave and run to the Roche pit and have it back by the time you get there.
It is true. It's kind of a trump card for just spamming out waves and stopping the power of the Prophet.
Expensive wave clear at 500 mana, though.
Fair, but efficient in terms of your time.
All right, that Deso is now complete on Matu. He's been whittling away at that one for a while. And, perfectly timed. Man, Poppy is just...
He's yoked.
Helm and mech done.
800 net worth away from Sumail's Monkey King.
Yeah, he is a force right now on this Chen. And he's got a lot of friends, too.
Sure does.
Middle tower has
The whole
fallen.
army. Bottom lane, Zai gets initiated on. Sumail, though, he gets turned. Is Zai going to be able to find this kill? Oh my god. Zai survives, turns it. Now the cavalry's here. They'll go in on the mid one. He dies, doesn't even get the kill on Zai.
Nice hand of God. They held that for so long.
Wow.
And they're going to get one of the outposts before 20 minutes. What about the top one? They ping it right away, and they're going to send the TP of YapzOr up top. They want to make sure they get both. Try and choke out OG's XP.
I can't believe how much damage Zai did to the Monkey King. He made Sumail look like a support.
All right, so now do you go for this down bottom? Oh, they want to, but they didn't TP to it with... Yeah, they're not going to get the outpost in time. Now I don't know what this double support's going to do. They just TP'd Sumail and Soxa here.
Yeah, and they didn't even get close. That's going to be the XP going only to the Dire. And bounty runes will once again be 3 for Team Secret.
Have they all decided to play on ping solidarity with mid one?
I mean, just like that, look at the gold graph. This game was pretty even. The last 5 minutes, it has gone from a 2K net worth lead to a 7,500 net worth lead for Secret. There haven't been that many kills.
Now we're
starting the map. They're getting the bounties.
Yeah. We're into these Roche Pit fights, and you're going into the level 4 Divine Favor, Hand of God, mech. Like, it's a very scary team to fight into at the moment.
Absolutely.
What can OG do, though?
On Doom.
They have pick-off potential. I mean, they tried it on Zai, and obviously it didn't work, but...
This blink on Soxa could be big. That at least gives them some ability to get a guaranteed Doom initiation on a prime target.
I feel like he's going to end up just dooming the Chen, though.
Well, yeah.
I think he's going to blink in the backline and go for that.
In terms of options, this is one new shiny option that OG has. If they can't make this work, then they're in some trouble. Also, the Aghanims will come out onto Speak of the Devil, mid one. Wow.
That was like
really
max cat. I mean, I know he is Aether, but still, I did not think that was going to be telekinesis reach there.
Yeah, me neither. That was good pick. And right before that Aghanims is done.
This is where you just keep like they're just in so much trouble. Like, yeah, here comes the hello.
And you've got the double damage on Queen of Pain. They'll go in on the No Tail. Of course, part of the time is there, but they proc it with no problem. They hit him with a dagger to slow him down. And now the man without a tail will be finished off. Soxa, save your buddy syndrome. He dooms the Quap, but she's still going to be able to go blow for blow. He got the blade mail first, even. still might get this kill on Nisha. Puppy does heal him up. They had the mech. Nisha's going to live. Yapzor nearby, ready for the deny, but they won't even need it. Buyback from No Tail there also.
That's going to set up for the easier Roche, and the best part is that Nisha didn't have to pop his egg or his ultimate, so didn't have to wait the big cooldown. Now the eggs is delivered.
What is it, a 40-second cooldown?
Yeah.
Minor damage increase, but from, what is it, 120 seconds down to 40?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, buddy. And here we go. Roche on time. They know Doom's down, so that's certainly gives you an in. They've got the Desto also.
They get smoked.
I like how he face checks it. And I also like how Zai is playing this. Jumps out to try to tank this gang. Makes the space for Roche. It goes down. He's in the bulwark. Nisha gets an amazing sonic wave, but it's still an okay fight for OG. They kill the Mars. They're starting to spread out. Can they get away? Seb TP's out. Sumail left behind. It's a 2-for-1. Now mid one. Caught by the bear and feared up, and they also kill No Tail. A 4-for-1. Aegis still in the hands of Secret.
That was a 5-man Sonic Wave with an Aghanims. 5-man Sonic Wave versus a 5-man Dissimulate as well.
He did 4,700 damage in that fight.
Yeah.
They only did 9,500 total. 50% of that team fight was Nisha.
Yeah.
Insane.
Radiant structures.
God, he's good.
I mean, to be fair.
It's a good setup, but
they kind of just stood there.
how does it always line up like this, though? He didn't have to use his ult. He gets the Ags. The first Aghanim's ultimate is on 5 in, like, the perfect scenario.
I think
It's just...
the fact that they are so far ahead that Zai could just stand out there with Bulwark and like know that Puppy's got his back with the heals and everything is obviously a very bad sign this game for OG.
Are scanning.
Yeah. Oh, they find Seb. That's going to be an easy kill on this Prophet, I believe. There's the spear. They'll lock him down. He is tanky, to be fair, but they should still be able to kill him. Cut the tree. Ooh, Bulwark. That was actually a little close.
Yapzor with the stolen ulti there too.
Oh, is
got
that
himself
what that
40
was?
bonus damage from the Wrath of Nature.
Yeah. Yep. Double damage. Mid one's going to grab that. That's pretty nice. But now Nisha jumps in and Secret ready to take this fight. Maybe they can punish Nisha on the side of OG. They almost get him to silence the blade mail, but Nisha lives. Now they'll turn onto mid one. He gets stunned up. The Sonic comes down, and mid one will fall. Sumail also dies on the back line. There's an MKB on the Druid now, and he is just chasing him down. No Tail loses his borrowed time. And just like that, it's another 4-0. Secret starting to run away with this game too.
I just want to shout out, I'm sorry I don't remember your username, but my favorite comment I saw between games in the Reddit thread was some guy who just wrote in quotes, game of the day.
Yeah.
Because that is perfectly describing this series. High expectations, zero delivery, unless you're a Team Secret fan, because they have completely delivered on all objectives.
Yeah.
They have absolutely demolished their opponents in OG, and they don't look like the OG squad we were expecting.
Yeah, we have, we're seeing a little viewer bleed here. I think some of these OG fans have gone back to watch a rerun of the finals because this is tough. For all the OG fans out there, this has been a brutal series.
That's okay. Thompson's back soon. It's fine. Just keep saying that. You know.
You're right, guys. Thompson's going to be back soon. Don't get too down. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, Seb, feared up. Does have some TP support coming in, but no. Zai hits him with a spear. No Tail with a good cleanse. I don't think it'll matter. This Chen army's chasing him down. Maybe Secret have overcommitted. They kill Yapzor. It's a huge ultimate from Sumail. They kill Puppy, but Seb does finally fall. Now Zai stuck inside his own arena. Tank and tower shots will back out, but on the back line, Saksa dies to Matumba Man. Nisha comes back in, a 3-hero Sonic Wave. Another big fight for Secret. OG putting up a good defense this bottom tier 2. It might not go in their favor. They get the counter kill onto Matu, but it costs them a Sumail.
This is
fight still going on. I don't know if Zai and Nisha are going to get out of this one. There's the silence, and Nisha will lose the Aegis. He still had Aegis.
I think Zai can just blink TP. Oh, he went up instead of into the trees. He tried to juke them.
He's going to blink run. You see Seb pump fake in the tree.
Nisha's still here. And the Sonic Wave's about to be back up.
Now that they're not under the tower, I think Nisha a little more confident. Pops the blade mail. They get the stun onto Seb. He's actually going to fall. That's a dieback now on Seb. They'll go in on the mid one. No plan to retreat except a TP. He doesn't have it. Nisha there with the ultimate. Bests him again.
The bots on Yapsor too. Just I'm coming, guys. Don't worry.
And everybody on Secret so rich right now. Both supports ahead of everyone on OG except for Seb.
So ahead of Yapsor, especially when he's on
Radiant's
Rubik.
top tower is
But
under
Puppy's
attack.
been raking it in this game.
3 and 12. Yeah, very active. Well, that was about as good of a fight as OG could have hoped for there.
Yeah.
They did pick up a couple of kills.
It almost got Sumail's BKB. Unfortunately, it's just, you know, one of those games.
Feels like a pretty small step forward. Like, start getting really excited as you see Nisha die and then go, oh yeah, they still have Aegis.
I just want to see
Right.
this Solar Crest used on the bear while the pendant's up.
Wow, look at this build on Matsu. Oh, that's Moon Shard come. We've seen this on the bear before,
Yeah.
actually. Very similar build, and
Is under attack.
yeah, when you're ahead like this, it turns the bear into an absolute beast. We'll see initiation onto Saksa. Doesn't get pulled up to the high ground, and Zai gives him a little
Radiant's
exit.
bottom tower has fallen.
Free tower down bottom. There's that BKB. Well, maybe something OG can fight around. Sumail still doesn't really do big damage.
Hey, we got a telescope too. Maybe Saksa can take that.
Saksa does get off the Doom onto Zai. Some pretty good follow-up damage. Secret taking big hits as Zapsor actually the first to fall. They trade for Saksa. Another good Sonic Wave connects at least on 3, I think.
Yeah, but they got that Doom onto the Monkey King.
Onto the DP. Seb getting pulled back in. He'll get brought down low. And Zai, he survived from the Doom. Now the arena comes. And it ends up as a 1 for 4.
That's stolen Doom, man. That just ruined it. That fresh BKB. Didn't even get a chance to use it.
Bottom tower is under
Yapsor
attack.
making the plays. They use these buybacks. It's a 4v3. The 2 that are down do not have buyback on OG. Cliff trying to hold this second lane of barracks. But watch this bear just chew through it.
But watch this strat.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Easy. Oh, there we go.
They jump in. A good initiation. But the all heal. No tip dies in the fray. And they just turn. Mid one and Saksa drop. And
You guys good?
that might be GG. No more buybacks.
Radiant's
I think
bottom
Secret just pushed for the win here. Unless Sumail and Seb can make some godlike play. No, that's it. A quick upper bracket grand, oh, not grand finals. A quick upper bracket winner series. That was I'm done. That was just I got nothing. Secret just wiped the floor with them.
Wow, thank you for your articulate closing of our wonderful series. You're